Bret Stephens, opinion columnist for the New York Times, writes under the headline "A Blunt Warning for Israel." He begins by acknowledging that Israel is routinely held to double standards, and that defenders of the Jewish state, himself included, often feel tempted to downplay its failings when the country is forced to defend its legitimacy against scoundrels, or when allegations against it prove sloppy or unfounded. But Stephens argues that anyone who truly cares about Israel's well-being cannot stay silent about anti-Palestinian settler terrorism in the West Bank and the nothing-much-to-see-here policy of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. This terrorism, he says, is not only a menace to Palestinian lives and property, an affront to Jewish ethics, and a stain on Israel's reputation, it is also a direct threat to Israel's security and statehood, and thus to Zionism itself. The centerpiece of Stephens's column is a public letter to President Trump, issued Sunday by Matan Vilnai, a retired deputy chief of staff of the Israel Defense Forces, on behalf of an organization that includes hundreds of retired senior Israeli officers. The letter states that while Israel's security agencies excel at dealing with Hamas and other Palestinian terror groups, they are severely constrained when it comes to Jewish terrorists. It adds that it is no secret that certain members of the current government orchestrate much of this chaos, including by shielding their followers, who are armed and driven by messianic impulses, from the law and its enforcement. Unless arrested swiftly and decisively, the letter bluntly warns, escalating violence in the West Bank is poised to ignite the region and carries severe ramifications for both Israeli security and U.S. regional interests. That reality was brought home again last week, when extremist settlers went on a rampage in several Palestinian villages, reportedly setting fire to a home and 2 mosques, attacking a stone-cutting factory, and committing other acts of outright terrorism. That followed an incident in which 4 Palestinians and 2 Israelis were killed after a confrontation involving a group of Israelis who, without prior coordination, had trespassed into an area under Palestinian civil control. Such episodes have become routine. As the Times of Israel reports, the IDF recorded 867 incidents of nationalistic crime and settler violence in 2025, up from 682 the previous year. Netanyahu's answer to all this, as he told CNN's Dana Bash, is that the violence is the work of about 150 juvenile delinquents and that he doesn't accept vigilantism. Stephens calls that response preposterous, and the article breaks off there. That's the warning from within Israel's own security establishment. Thanks for listening.